Well, what do you say we stop here? We've been hiking for a while. I think we could probably dive into a lesson before carrying on up the mountain.
I think that's a great idea. Let's do it. So it's time to get creating, and this is where we really start to move uphill and make our ascent up the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we need to do is talk about the philosophy of creating great course content and what goes into creating a great course.
Yeah.
So what goes into creating a great course, Bradley?
Yeah, so bringing the idea down into an actual process that creates a transformation it's an art, essentially. And so there's some simple guidelines that we've been following ourselves in the courses that we've created in this experience right now. So guideline number 1 is to keep the lessons simple and digestible. You really, less is more in this case. You don't need to create these behemoth-sized lessons that overload people with information. And so remember the less is more strategy. And the value is not in the information. The value's in the transformation. So stay focused on the transformation, and as you're creating your content, just ask yourself how you can simplify the experience for your people so they don't get overwhelmed. Guideline number 2 would be make it easy for your students to succeed. As you can see with this course that you're going through right now, there are so many steps on the journey of creating a great e-course, and we've done our best to break each of the lessons down into one simple action step to help you continually move forward. So remember what we've done for you when you're creating your course. Help people make forward progress. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step, and then there's 999 more steps to follow that one. So break your big milestones down into individual lessons and just make those lessons simple steps to help people carry forward.
Yep. Another really important thing is that it's extremely important to empathize with your potential students and the people that are going to be going through your course, and to create the course with their experience in mind, because they're really at the center of it all. Mm-hmm. It's all in service to them. So make sure that everything that you're doing is really tailored to where they're at in that moment, and that it's cohesive and supportive to where they're at in their experience.
So
and helping get them to the next level. Another point, we really don't need to over-deliver our information.
Mm-hmm.
Because the information is not the thing. It's not the product. It's not why people are at your course. It's not why people are paying you. They're not paying you for information. They're paying you for a series of experiences that you've created to get them to a result. Keep the main track extremely simple, and just in the way you see how what we've laid out. The main track, the main course, the main delivery of the content is, we kept it as simple and succinct as possible. We could have easily had this course be, I don't know, 30 hours longer. But
totally. But our editor would have been pissed.
Yeah. But so that's not to say you don't need to, or that you can't include all of the deep dives and supportive information. It's just figure out ways to add it as kind of an additional bonus, or side material that your students can choose to dive into if they want to, but that, you know, do your best to make just that core track as simple as possible.
And what he means by that is it could be extra resources, it could be bonus coaching calls. There's a lot of different ways to add value on top of the main course material. The next thing is to remember that your stories are powerful. And if there's an opportunity for you to weave your real life experiences and stories, or the stories of people that you've worked with, or case studies, if you can weave these stories into how you deliver the lessons, they're really, really powerful teaching tools. And so something that so many people do is they don't think their stories are valid, or that if they told a story of a really powerful experience they had, that they would just be self-centered. But really, you sharing your experience helps to validate the experience that other people have, if it's relevant to your course. Don't go talking about Aunt Gladys if Aunt Gladys has nothing to do with the transformation you're here to provide. So the great part about e-courses is that you have so much creative freedom, and we're going to get into the creative freedom that you do have. So there's a lot of different mediums that you have to use, and inside of these mediums you can be as you want to be, and as creative as you want to be. And so we've got videos, which generally the main lessons of your course, the main focused points are going to be through the medium of video. And you can use audios if you have, say, guided visualizations that you want to do, or if it's a meditation course, or if you want to provide these extra tools that people can listen to on the go. Audio is a great way to do that. You can do PDFs, or like this course, you can provide journaling exercises in Evernote that you pre-prepare for people that all they have to do is fill in the blanks for the exercises. You've got articles you can write. You can link to other people's resources that you found, or other videos that you found inspiring that are in alignment with your course. You can have email autoresponders so that the whole process and journey is automated. And these can be great touch points to keep people engaged in the content and the journey. And you've got quizzes that you can do and exercises. Like, there's so many ways for you to help facilitate the transformation. And there's really no limits as to how you use these different mediums.
And it's really the combination alchemy of utilizing all the different mediums that you feel called to work with to create a sort of all-encompassing, cohesive experience.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to just have it just be video or just be audio. It's multimedia, and that really adds to the value in it, and it also creates a more immersive, unique experience.
Yes. So what is our call to action today, Andy?
So, call to action. This one's a pretty simple one. Just go over to your journal and just jot down your key takeaways from what we've just talked about here.
Yeah. And commit to that as you create your content and come back to it.
Yep. Pretty simple.
Beautiful. Well, do that and we'll continue on.